All right, so back in all right, so back in May, I heard that the Henry Cordless was getting discontinued. So I got this one off eBay for I want to say around 300 or 400 bucks, which is obviously a lot for a used vacuum. I'm not gonna act like I got some great deal on this, but it's not a big deal if this thing is like used, doesn't have warranty or whatever, because it's not gonna get a ton of use. That's just kind of the nature of a vacuum in someone's collection. Like for the most part, it's hard to like use them all like a normal person would. Like they aren't gonna be used as heavily. That's basically what I mean. But anyways, so this is the Henry HVB160 cordless, which is a compact cordless canister. Let me get another canister for scale. Like this thing is pretty small compared to like say a Miele, mid-sized Miele. But at the same time, like this is a small canister, and I know they make bigger Henrys, but honestly, like I think I don't really know why you get one that was bigger than this. So kind of like the Lindhouse Valser lithium ion I have, and the Hoover One Power, and the Perfect C105B. This is a bagged cordless vacuum cleaner, which is kind of a rarity, but uh, yeah, yeah. There aren't a ton of bagged cordless models, which is a shame. Bags are easier to bags are lower maintenance, less sturdy to change. They're great. But anyways, so onto the specifics of this machine, or onto what I actually think about this machine. I think it's a pretty cool little vacuum, but I do get why they discontinued it. Like these things go for about they went for about 600 new, maybe I even saw them go a bit above that. And honestly, like I think the build quality and usability is there. Like it comes with a very nice set of tools. The vacuum feels very sturdy. Maybe let me get this meal out of the way. It's a nice little vacuum, but just the performance isn't that amazing, like compared to a full-size canister. And like the thing basically costs twice as much as a corded Henry, and honestly, I feel like you'd be better off just getting that instead. I don't know, like I do like this vacuum more than the LG and Samsung, but I don't know. It can be a little underwhelming. Like if you try to pick up anything big with it, like say cat food or yeah, anything like cat food size, this thing's gonna kind of struggle with. But it does a good job with like lighter, smaller stuff like pet hair on hard floors, stuff like that. And I will say, this, out of every cordless vacuum I have, I think this is my favorite for above floor cleaning. Like, as I said before, you get a good set of attachments, crevice tool, dusting brush, upholstery nozzle, and you also get a really flexible hose. Like, I really like this hose. So the Henry's hose setup is like, you actually have the wand, like lower wand, the middle, like you have a lower and upper wand, then you have like a curved wand that serves as your hose handle. And I think like this is actually great if you're doing any kind of above floor cleaning. Like you don't have to deal with a bulky handle or anything. And like compare that to the Samsung or the LG, like this is just way easier to handle if you're trying to get into a tight space. So I do like that, but at the same time, like, I don't love this wand setup. This basically, it feels like it's almost as tall as me, and which makes storage kind of a pain, and you can't really take it up and down stairs with it docked. Like, you kind of have to hold the vacuum and the wand separately, which is kind of annoying. I don't really love that. I don't know if I have a ton to say about this vacuum. Like, I think it's decent, but I think it does still show that like cordless vacuums have a way to go before they can match their corded counterparts. And so I guess one thing I forgot to mention is the cordless setup, the actual battery. So someone's got to remove the battery, comes out like that, and you have a 2-speed switch. This thing's super quiet. I do like that about it. Like, this thing is way more comfortable to use for a long time than the Samsung or the LG, and honestly, going cordless is actually super good for a canister, because I found that other canisters tend to, like corded ones tend to get caught on their cords unless you're like always paying attention to where the canister unit's located. So that's, that's an annoyance I have with them, but yeah, by going cordless, it totally eliminates the issue. I definitely wish that, or I am really hoping that they'll be able to like improve on this, get it to the power of like an actual corded canister. We'll do a little clean test now. This vacuum's best suited for hard floors, but I don't really feel like moving my camera setup around, so we'll just be testing it on an area rug. And like the Samsungs, we'll do it on a low and high setting. And by Samsungs, I meant the stick vacs. So yeah, let's fire this little vacuum up. Yeah, this kind of surface worry is no problem for this vacuum. And the runtime is good too. Like, honestly, it's like maybe like 30 minutes on low, 15 on high. So yeah, I'm happy there. And you get 2 batteries in the box, so I feel like you can handle any of your like above floor cleaning with this pretty well. But I wouldn't want it as my only vacuum. Like, this is definitely something that would work best for using it to supplement like a full-size quarter machine. And honestly, like, this is my first Henry, and it does make me want a corded one, like a pet care or something like that. Because this is definitely a nice machine. Like, yeah, it has its quirks versus like one of the Derwent canisters, but honestly, I think this thing works just fine. Like, because you get a great hose, great attachments, canister's pretty nice to drag around. Like, I actually should demonstrate that. Like, it's got let me turn it. It's got 2 casters at the front and 2 big wheels at the back. And I don't think it's any worse than like I don't think it's too bad to use. I do kind of like the full caster setups on other canisters better, but this is just fine. But anyways, next up is going to be, like, I'm trying to do all these in order, but I'm kind of forgetting when I got all of them. We'll do another cordless after this.